Last week, Dot Foods in Mount Sterling made a $60,000 donation to several local food pantries. The donation was made through the Neighbor to Neighbor program. This is the 10th anniversary of the charitable initiative, and the money donation was made to 16 different pantries in 11 different counties in west central Illinois.
We got an overwhelming response from the various food pantries about how much they are in need this year, and they truly appreciate what we did for them.
In the last 10 years, Dot Foods has donated $350,000 to 40 different pantries.